it's April here, and I am particularly excited about this episode of Rescue and Recreate. Our theme for this episode is mythology, and you guys made some really cool suggestions. And don't forget to stick around to find out what the next theme will be. There was a three-way tie this week for fan favorite, so I took to Instagram to solve that issue. And the result was Medusa for the fan favorite. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. Oh my gosh, yes! That's right, I'm making Medusa, and I am particularly excited about it. I kind of already have an idea in my mind about what I want to do with Medusa. I just don't know if it's gonna work. But I'm going to be using this TLC doll that I got back in December. I picked her up on the way to go look at the wild lights at the St. Louis Zoo, and I did bring a doll along with me to the event, and it was a lot of fun. And if you ever get the opportunity to go, I definitely recommend it. It was not only beautiful, there were penguins, and you can't have a bad time with penguins. You just can't. Anywho, back to our TLC doll. She is quite dirty, her limbs are so floppy I could only get her to stand by leaning her against the wall, and there are a few marks on her, a big one being the word dream written on her foot that will definitely need to be acne treated, and her cloth body will also need to be washed. Once I had her unstrung/unstuffed, I removed her old wig. I used a magic eraser to clean up all of her vinyl parts, and in addition to the stain on the foot, there is a stain on the hand, and there was also a cut on the bottom of her chin that I'm going to use a sanding pad to smooth out. And I will be acne treating the stains using my UV/heat lamp, which, if you remember from this video, is the fastest way to remove stains on the vinyl. And since I am not supposed to leave my house due to recovery still, I hopped on Amazon to order snakes and fabric. I already have a Dallas doll coat wig on hand that I want to use for this project. While her eyes do work properly, I want them to be green, so I'm going to swap these with some Dallas doll coat ones that I have on hand. I boiled the water and dumped it in her head. I did, however, forget to plug up her ears, so they are leaking, but hopefully there's still enough in there that that's gonna heat up. Okay. Alright, anyways. Oh yeah, there's one. There's two. Just knocked my other eyeball off the table. Okay, so no luck finding the eye that got slung off the table, but no worries because I have another set right here. Just another reason you should always have a case of eyes. Take 2 of warming up her head, only this time I did remember to plug her ears. I removed her eyebrows using acetone, and I want to give her reptile makeup, and to accomplish that I will be using fishnet tights and eyeshadow. I am going to slip the netting over her head, holding it in place while I use a makeup brush to dab various colors of eyeshadow on her face, primarily green though. I also wanted her to have more of a reptilian skin appearance in general, so I coated her face with a dusting of gold eyeshadow. Then I did the first sealing on her face using Mr. Super Clear UV Cut. Once she was dry, I finished her eyebrows using a black watercolor pencil. I sealed her face again, and then once that was dry, I painted her lips. I used watered down acrylic paint. The mix was black and extreme glitter. And would you guys be interested in a more in-depth explanation of how I paint the lips? If so, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys do want me to do that, I will do my best to actually keep it in frame. I decided I also wanted the snake skin effect on her arms and legs, so I'm using the same technique that I used on her face and sealing with Mr. Super Clear once I'm done. This is the assortment of mini snakes that I got from Amazon. I will be using snakes in the hair and on her outfit. I'm planning to paint the ones for her hair a mix of black and green, and the ones for her outfit gold. There are different heads on these snakes, so I'm going to keep that in mind whenever I place them. On the front of her head, I do want some snakes that actually stick up off of her head and be pointed towards you, so they look a little bit more menacing. So to accomplish that, I'm using a black headband and some gold wire that my dad was nice enough to pick up from Walmart for me, so thanks, Dad. Love you. I am wrapping the snakes in gold wire so I will be able to shape them and attach them onto the headband. To place the snakes in her hair, I got to do my favorite thing ever. I got to hand sew them. It was so much fun. But anyways, I sewed them right to the wig cap, so they're always in her hair. Welcome to another episode of Home Ec Teacher's Worst Nightmare. The pattern pieces for this dress overall are pretty simple. It's basically 2 strips of fabric. One of those strips is about an American Girl doll arm wide and 2 American Girl dolls long. The other strip is an American Girl doll arm wide and about the length of 7 soda cans sitting next to each other. Once I had all of the edges rolled hemmed, I started pinning. I wanted the dress to have pretty big leg slits so that her snakeskin would be visible. Once I had a design I liked, I started sewing what needed to be sewed, and I made gold rings to go around her halter neck straps by braiding pieces of this gold elastic together and crimping them into a ring. The last step was to pin on some hand-painted gold snakes and add snap closures, which involved more of my oh-so-favorite thing to do, hand sewing. All told, the dress probably took close to 5 hours to make, maybe longer. I restrung her body and glued down her wig. For her shoes, I'm using ones from the American Girl Doll Diwali outfit. As for the stains, the one on her hand is completely gone, but where it said Dream on the foot, I'm about 25 hours in and it is still visible, but I wanted to get this video done for you guys, so I'm going to continue treating that later. Please allow me a moment to interrupt to talk about the next episode of Rescue and Recreate, where the theme will be YouTubers. So if you can think of a YouTuber you want to see turned into an American Girl doll, let me know in the comments below. I also want to note I can only recreate a YouTuber that actually shows their face, so please keep that in mind for your suggestions. And if you are new here, I take a total of 11 suggestions, and then after that you can vote for fan favorite. Just look for the pinned comment below to vote. A slight problem? Just kidding. Here is Medusa next to the depiction of Medusa, and here is her before and after. Are you interested in purchasing Medusa or possibly one of my previous creations? If so, the link to my eBay shop is in the description below. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you liked that video and would like to see more like it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell below to get notified as soon as I post new videos. I hope you have an adorable day and that I see you next time.